Hey, what is going on, Madden family? We are here to talk about the Blitz promo, which is coming up. We know it's coming, and it's probably going to be starting Thursday midnight or Friday midnight, whichever way you look at it. 12 o'clock Friday morning, whichever, however you like to say it. That's when it's probably going to start. Now, if you are a veteran of MUT, you know that the Blitz promo usually has a lot of good cards, but it's normally centered around spending money, opening packs. So historically, there's been either tokens or keys or whatever it may have been to get to acquire what is a MasterCard. Right, in years past, it was essentially Night Train Lane was the highest rated card. We're obviously not going to get that this year. Like last year, there was Night Train Lane, who was essentially, like I said, the master. And then there were smaller cards like Aaron Donald, Ryan Shazier, Tyreek Hill, Vick Beasley, Jaquiski Tartt, Tyrod Taylor, Dante Fowler, Teron Armstead. Before that, you had Tyron Smith, Mike Daniels. And then before that, there was like Julio and Amin Joe and a Night Train. So, normally some pretty good cards. What I would expect is a 95 overall, quote-unquote, MasterCard, right? It's not going to be a MasterCard, but it'll be a MasterCard. And a bunch of little, smaller cards and a bunch of packs. Now, on top of the sets that we're going to get, there's probably going to be some solo challenges to earn tokens, keys, tickets, whatever the hell they're going to call it. Which is fine, which is good. It's good. And then there's also going to be a bunch of pack deals. Like last year, it's easily the best time for value for packs. A lot of cheaper bundles, guaranteed packs, stuff like that. They really go all out. They want your money. They know how the best way to get it. So that's what I'm going to be expecting. The big one last year was there was a Fire Fantasy pack in the store. It was limited to like a couple thousand, maybe. So maybe we see something like that again. Maybe not. Who knows? But there's going to be something there. So if you want to participate in that portion of it, you can. And there was special Blitz packs last year, which gave you the tokens, and the tokens you would put in the sets. And when you completed a set, you got keys, and you would use the keys for Night Train. Like I said, there was a lot of sets for packs and stuff last year. So we'll see how they're actually going to do it. I don't really care how they do it. I'm not even going to try and speculate or guess because it's at that point, it's just a guess. It could be anyway. It doesn't matter. It doesn't help us get more ready or not ready, whatever it may be. So what we care about more, what I care about more, is thinking about what is going to come, right? So market crash. The market already sort of crashed over the weekend. It rebounded a little bit. I would expect more of a crash come. More of a crash, particularly on like legend cards. There's probably going to be like full legend packs and stuff in the store. I would imagine. There's additionally probably going to be some packs that really help reduce the cost of these harvest players. The high ones, right? And that means then that it's going to reduce the cost of the set to do Lawrence Taylor and Walter Payton. So if you wanted to sell the card, you could. And you could probably get them back cheaper. I assume so. I'm not going to get rid of mine. But I think it's a fair guess, especially too with the solo battle blitz stuff, which is just handing out harvest packs and flyers, that yeah, the prices are going to come down. Now, we need a MasterCard. Who could get a 95 overall that would really, really, really make you spend money? Who could do it? I think we're going to get is you guys love to say a recycled legend. We already got Lawrence Taylor. He was a recycled legend. And people loved that. Loved that card. Great card. We're not going to get a running back, obviously. I don't think we're going to get a linebacker. I think we're going to get Michael Vick. It makes a lot of sense for Vick to be the master there because fully powered up, his card is like this lower than Lawrence Taylor's was, I believe. So it makes a lot of sense to he's a big name. He's a big name, right? Now, let's say EA decides to go and do 2 masters because we got that right last time. The biggest name they could give us on defense, in my opinion, is Sean Taylor. 95 Sean Taylor would look pretty good in my lineup. I promise you that. Just imagine like plus 4s on this card, right? It'd be a pretty good card. And it's because he's in kick return spot, so it looks a little weird. But he'd be a really good card. I would not mind having that at all. So I think we're probably going to get something like that from Master Set. And then some lower cards. Cards that need those 92s and 93s. The Tyreek Hills. He's the big one. Tyreek Hill to me is the big card that needs something. Earl Thomas could use a card. It just depends because there's so many cards that we've had for a long time that because of their power up means that they're like 92 overalls powered up, right? Cards like Clowney, Earl Thomas, Randy Moss, Steve Young, like just lots of these cards. So there's not a lot of room for EA to give them upgrades that are only like a +2, right? To make them 94s then. Because they're not going to, EA doesn't want to give us +1s. So if a card could be powered up to 92, it's pretty unlikely we're going to get a 93 version. If the master of the set is going to be 95, I don't really see us getting 94s. I would love for that to happen. Paying for +2s, yeah, it's kind of sucks, but I'm okay with it. So I'm looking more in the cards that 89 and 90 overall cards right now are cards that could probably get upgraded. Someone like Zeke could get like a 93. Right. I don't think anyone would have a problem with the Zeke card getting a 93. I mean, I think people have been clamoring for a Zeke card. I think everyone would love it. Even if it was to Sean Taylor as a 93, would be a very, very, very good card. But again, I think we're more likely to see someone like Tyreek Hill. Someone like... it's tough. It's tough because all the really good cards, I just don't see them upgrading. So what we may get is a bunch of lower cards that get upgraded with it. And at that point, it's impossible to guess. I wouldn't have thought for the Thanksgiving promo that the All-Star cards would have been cards they were pretty good cards already. Kamara, Thielen, Mahomes, all had high cards. So we see that there's a precedent there. And I'm okay if they do it that way, but I just want really desirable names. That's the biggest thing I always want is desirable names, right? Because even if it's a really good card, then if it's not a good name, like Adam Thielen, it's a pretty good card, but he doesn't pop off the screen at you so much. And I think that hurts him. That hurts his desirability and potential value. But they did a pretty good job selecting these cards, man. There's not even a Thielen up, is there? There it is. So, like, look at this card. It doesn't stand out to you so much. But when you compare him to another card that people like, maybe someone like Randy Moss, he actually does compare pretty well. Just not overpowering well, but he's not a bad guard. He's 6'2", right? Now, last year we also got a plethora of limited edition cards. I would love to see that come back, with the caveat that they gotta be pullable. We have to be able to get the cards. Last time we had limited edition cards where the promo was most feared, and those cards were extinct. They were impossible to pull. The prices said that they were impossible to pull, and that wasn't very helpful. So we need limiteds, but pullable, like really pullable limiteds. I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. Give us value in packs. That's all I ever want. But I'm really looking forward to it. We'll see how it goes. Right? I think that they can knock this out of the park very, very easily. Very easily. Giving us a couple really good usable cards that everybody would want. That's the key. That is the key right there. If we get a Vick, a Tyreek Hill, I'm not gonna say Julio because I think there's a lot of bias there. A Zeke, Sean Taylor, Randy Moss, maybe an upgraded Richard Sherman, something like that. Those cards people really like. Come on, EA. You can do it. I know you can do it. It's not going to be hard. We'll find out. Maybe we get a preview stream. I don't know. With the way that the week is, we're obviously not going to get a preview stream like the night before, like the night on Thursday, right? It's Thanksgiving Day. They're not going to do that. So maybe something on Wednesday, but who knows? I don't know. But I'm looking forward to it. We'll see how it goes. We'll be opening packs. We'll be completing sets. We'll be getting cards. We'll be doing all that good stuff. This is the place you want to be. So I appreciate everyone coming by. Your support, as always, means the world to me. I'm CC and I'm out. Peace.